I'm from Jamaica and I live in Oregon. Today I wanna speak about molestation. A lot of people will go through molestation and they don't talk about it. And the reason why they don't talk about it, they're ashamed. Because I was ashamed for years, and I think talking about it is healing to me, is therapy. So I'm gonna share it with you guys, and I'm sure there's a lot of people on here is gonna been through what I've been through, but they don't talk about it. So I remember the first time I used to have a stepdad. That my mom, I think my mom was with him for a few years, but first time I used to look up to him and everything, like him, and I like him as a stepdad and all of that. I never see that in him, or anything like that. I never see that in him at all, because at that time I was a kid. And I remember one Sunday, I was living my mom used to live at this house where it's not a tenement yard or anything. It's like she rented the room from a man that he has these two sons, but he just rent her one of the room. So I remember one Sunday my mom cooked dinner and everything, and she gave us dinner and everything, and I ate, and then I went on the bed and I lay down, just relaxing as a Sunday evening, so you're relaxing and all of that. So my stepdad was there, and my mom left and say that she's gonna go to her girlfriend house, like her lady friend house, because they the same. That lady friend, she does sales, the both of them sell. So her house was just up the road, so she said she's gonna go up to her house and talk to her a little bit. So when she said she's going up the house and she's gonna talk to her a little bit, my mother left and she went up to the lady's house. So when I lay down on the bed now, my stepdad came and he lay down on the bed too. And then all of a sudden this man started rubbing down my private area and all of that, rubbing down my private area and feeling me up and all of that. So I was shocked. I was like, I said to him at the first time, I said, because I knew it was wrong, I said to him, I'm going to tell my mom. I said, I'm going to tell my mother. And when I told him I'm going to tell my mother, he's like, he says, well, I'm going to tell her that you're the one that does it. You're the one that does it. I'm going to tell her that you're the one that does it, so she can beat you. She's going to beat you. If you tell her, I'm going to make her beat you. I'm going to make her beat you. So I said, you're going to make her beat me? So I said, it's not me doing it. You're the one that doing it to me. I remember telling him that you're the one that doing it. As a kid, you're shy, you're scared and all of that. I was scared, I was shy. I don't know what my mama was going to think. So I didn't tell her, I didn't tell her. But I remember one more time again, I left the yard. When we moved to a different home, it continues. One day my mom gone to work, and this time it was worse. It was worse. He, moved my underwear and trying to put his thing inside me and all of that, and trying to, put it's this. I know it sounds very disturbing, but I have to talk about it. Trying to, because I was tiny at night. At that time I was 9 years old, so I'm a virgin. This man trying to play around my veggie area, trying to put his thing inside, but he knows it couldn't enter. So, and he was there at the window. He was sitting at the window. I was sitting at the window, and then he's trying to offer me money. And this lady across the road saw us right at the window. He was at the window, like I sit at the window at where the bed is, and he was doing it at the window, and he was looking through the window at the same time. And then this lady from across the road was wondering what's going on. I think she said she mentioned it to my mom. When everything happened and I eventually told my mom, she said that lady mentioned it to her. But what happened is when what happened when I got to mention it to my mom, it's like, One day, him and my mom fall out. Him and my mom fall out. That time I was so happy because they were cursing out each other. So he wants like, you know, he wants like to fight my mother. So I went and I grabbed a spoon. I had a spoon. And I fling the spoon and I hit him with the spoon and I said, and I started telling my mom everything, that he molested me and everything. And my mom was like, what you really did, what he does, he really do, my baby. My mom was so shocked. And my mom, from that it was that was the end of it. My mother run him out of the house and tell her she leave her alone. She don't want no child. He's a pedophile. The man was a pedophile. And I think my mom saw it in him, because he said, my mom told me, tell her, my mom told me one time that he mentioned to her that he slept with a 15-year-old. And she did maybe just brush it underneath the carpet and never even realizing that the man is a pedophile. Right? And for years it bothered me, like I put it behind my head back, and for years I've been coming under a lot of demonic attack. When you get molested as a child, you come under a lot of demonic attack, and I felt like it was my fault. I go through depression. I go through a lot of depression. A lot of people, I don't talk about it in my community. I don't talk about it with my friends. I don't talk about it with the only person know about it is my family, because it happened from a young age, and I told them and all of that. And it makes you go through depression. It makes you feel like it's your fault, because the reason why I felt like it was my fault, because I think I should be smarter than that. As a 9-year-old, I should have been smarter than that. I should have been much smarter. I was like, why was I so stupid? Why was I so foolish? I should have been so much smarter, you know? But, I said, you know what, God, I'm not going to blame myself because I was a kid. I was a child. So I'm not going to blame myself. So because of that, I put it as I said, God, I'm not going to blame myself for me getting molested, because at the same time, this man is a big man and I was a child. And I was, so over the years, I find myself when I think about it, I'm depressed. When I think about it, I said, my father was around. It's like I hate my father. When I think about it, I said, my father was around, that those things would have happened to me, because my mom wouldn't have a stepdad. I wouldn't have a stepdad. Right? So when you get molested as a child, it can bring on depression. It can make you feel less of yourself. It can affect you in a lot of ways. So it's best for you to come out and talk about it, so you can get therapy or go to a counselor and get some counseling or therapy. With me, I'm strong. I'm a strong person. So I don't go to no counselor, but I pray about it. I talk about it to people, and that's how I get my release. That's how I get my therapy. Right? Yeah, and even when I see him as an adult, I was like, he's still living, I was like, that man's still living, and he's acting like he never do anything wrong. But I said one day I should have faced him and let him know, bodies. And I know that man have molested more people. I know he have molested more children. So, I told myself, if I ever see that man again, I am going to face him and let him know how cruel he is and how pedophile he is. Right? So he can know that whatever he does wrong in the past, whatever it does in the past, it was wrong, and it's not supposed something to be feeling good about. It's nothing to feel good about. Yes, guys. So I have another video coming up. Verbally, other step further that I had another step further that verbally abused me and steal from me all the time, and I want to talk about that in another video. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. But there's another video coming up, so please like and subscribe to my channel and watch out for the other video that I'm going to put out. And that way, when you subscribe, you'll know when I do a new video. Okay, my peeps, love you. Bye-bye.